We're going to look at an example of subtracting mixed fractions where we'll have to carry. So as with adding fractions, when you add or subtract fractions, you need to have common denominators. So we'll focus on the 1/4 and the 2/3 parts of our problem to start with. So as we did before, what do 4 and 3 both go into? So if we look at multiples of the larger of the two numbers, and we can spell those out on the side, we have 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, and so forth. And we want to do enough of these until we can recognize one of these is evenly divisible by 3. So 4 doesn't work, 3 times 3 is 9, close, not close enough, 3 times 4 is 12. So we want to make both of these fractions into something over 12. So we will use the multiplicative identity. You times anything by 1 and it doesn't change. So in this case, the 1 I will choose will turn it into something over 12. So what times 4 is 12? 4 times 3 is 12. So 3 over 3, that's the same thing as 1. But it will change the form. So 3 times 1 is 3, so 3/12 is equivalent to 1/4. And I'll do this as well for 2/3. 2/3 times a form of 1 will equal something over 12. 3 times 4 is 12, so 4 over 4, that's the 1 that this multiplicative identity gives us. So 2 times 4 is 8. So I've changed the form of our problem now to be 2 3/12 minus 1 8/12. So I would just keep the bottom the same and subtract the top. But now I cannot take 8 from 3. I need to borrow. So I'm going to borrow from the whole number. So instead of 2, I'll have a 1 and another 1, and I'm going to use the same idea of the form, but this time it is over 12. So 12 over 12, that's the 1 I borrowed. So I can add the 12 over 12 with the 3 over 12. So this gives me 15 over 12. So I have an equivalent form. So 2 1/4 is the same thing as 2 3/12, which is also the same thing as 1 15/12. I just changed the form to make it compatible to what I want to use it for. So now I can take away 8 because I have 15. So 15 subtract 8, that gives me 7. And it is still over 12. When we add or subtract, the denominator does not change. And 1 take away 1 is 0, so we don't have a whole number portion. And in this case, I don't need to simplify because it is already simplified. There's not a number that goes into both 7 and 12. So there's an example of subtracting mixed fractions where we had to borrow.